A homeless girl found $22,800, and one honest choice changed everything. In the quiet riverside town of Ashford, Vermont, where old brick buildings and maple-lined streets held decades of history, 19-year-old Alex Starr struggled to survive. Every morning, she folded the thin blanket she slept under behind an abandoned warehouse. She washed her face in the public library restroom before it opened and searched for temporary jobs, cleaning yards, carrying groceries, or sweeping sidewalks for a few dollars. Most people walked past her without making eye contact. Yet Alex never begged. She believed that even when life took everything away, honesty was something no one could steal. One rainy Tuesday afternoon, she noticed a worn leather backpack lying beside an empty bench near the old train station. The station had almost no passengers anymore, and the rain had cleared the streets. She looked around. No one was there. Inside the backpack was a laptop, several documents, and one large envelope. Curious, she carefully opened it. Her hands froze. Bundles of cash. Later, she counted the amount at a nearby community center. $22,800. For a moment, the thought crossed her mind. That money could buy food for months, could rent a small apartment, could completely change her life. But another thought was louder. If someone lost this, they must be terrified. The documents inside listed the owner's name, Thomas Walker, along with an address several miles away. Alex walked nearly 2 hours through steady rain to reach the address. It was an old family hardware store. Inside, a gray-haired man paced nervously while speaking to police officers. His face looked exhausted. When Alex quietly placed the backpack on the counter, silence filled the room. Thomas opened it immediately. Everything was still inside. The cash, the laptop, every document. He stared at Alex with disbelief. "I thought it was gone forever." He explained that the money was meant to pay several employees and suppliers. Losing it would have forced him to close the family business that had operated for more than 50 years. One officer smiled. "You didn't take a single dollar?" Alex simply shook her head. "It wasn't mine." Thomas tried handing her several $1,000s as a reward. She politely refused. "I only wanted to return what belonged to you." News traveled quickly through Ashford. The local newspaper shared the story under one headline: "Homeless young woman returns lost business funds without taking a penny." Within days, neighbors began recognizing Alex around town. Some brought warm meals. Others donated clothing. But something even more meaningful happened. Thomas couldn't stop thinking about the young woman who had protected his family's future while having almost nothing herself. He visited the community center where volunteers told him Alex often helped organize donated food before eating herself. That answer convinced him. The following Monday, Thomas offered her a full-time position at the hardware store. Not because he felt sorry for her, because he trusted her more than anyone he had ever interviewed. Alex accepted. She learned inventory management, customer service, bookkeeping, and repair work. Customers quickly noticed her kindness and calm personality. Business slowly improved. Nearly a year later, Thomas announced his retirement. Instead of selling the store to a large corporation, he surprised everyone. He invited Alex into his office. "You reminded me that character matters more than money," he said. "I want you to manage this place." Alex was speechless. She had once slept outside with nothing but a backpack. Now she held the keys to one of Ashford's oldest businesses. She worked harder than ever. She hired veterans, single parents, and young adults struggling to find employment. Every winter, the store organized free coat drives. Every Thanksgiving, hundreds of meals were distributed across the community. Near the front entrance, Alex placed a small wooden sign. It read, "Honesty builds futures." Years later, visitors often asked about the sign. Alex never mentioned the money first. Instead, she smiled and answered, "Every life gives you one moment where no one is watching. That single decision can change everything." The old hardware store remained open. Families continued shopping there. Employees built stable careers. And the story of the homeless girl who returned $22,800 became a reminder throughout Ashford that real wealth isn't measured by the money someone keeps. It's measured by the integrity they choose when no one expects it. Because sometimes, the smallest act of honesty opens doors that money alone never could.